Hello everyone, this is Dr. Lynch. I've created this little video to give you an overview of how abnormal psychology is going to run over the summer. The class is completely online. There's no Zoom, but do know that if you need to meet with me, if you have any questions, we can always set up a Zoom call with each other if you need to see me in person. Um, the class is going to run quickly. I know that you understand this and you understand that you decided to take a 16-week class in 6 weeks, and I have been there myself a number of times, and it can be very rewarding, but almost like a full-time job. And of course, most of us have other jobs and other responsibilities, but the good, the cup being half full is that you will get it done and over with, and you won't have to worry about it again. This is often the last class anyone takes in the psychology department. And it certainly is a very intriguing and interesting and somewhat disturbing class at the same time, because all of us have a mental health issues in our lives, whether I ourselves, the people we care about, our children, our parents. Uh, I have a special needs son. I have a brother with Alzheimer's. Those are all under the DSM-5, under what would be considered a mental disorder. And we're going to go into length as to what creates a mental disorder. I don't actually really like that word, mental illness. I just think it's part of life. And I always feel that there's such stigma with mental health. Whereas if someone came up to me and they told me they had diabetes, where, oh no, that's so terrible. But if someone came up and said I have schizophrenia, you don't know exactly how to respond. So we need a lot of work in this area. So this class is going to give you a lot of information. I can't cover as much as I would if it was an in-person class or even a 16-week online class. But we're going to do the best we can. A number of things have been cut down. You're only having 10 questions on a quiz instead of 20, and you're given 20 minutes to take the quiz. There is no midterm, there is no final. You do need to be online uh, oh, extremely frequently. Otherwise, you can't have success in it. And that's how I'm gauging what you're doing, because I actually have access to when you're online and for how long and how long you watch a video. And it's terrible, Big Brother and all that, but it can be helpful. When a student will say, I'm not doing well, and then I can say, well, if you change these behaviors, then perhaps you'll do better. I will say that the majority of students get an A in this class. They find it very interesting. And if you do all the steps, everything is actually on the Moodle page. I do recommend that you get the textbook because it has some great case studies, and it has a lot more information. But overall, if you just stay online and go through all the steps and watch and read everything that's on there for each episode, you will be fine. You'll certainly be fine for your quizzes, because all of the questions are pulled from the online content, all sources of online content. You may not agree with everything that's stated, but this is the information that we're using for this class. And as far as the quizzes go, the answers are in response to what is online. I know you're going to do great. And you're probably going to read some of these disorders and say, I think I have that, because we all do that as well. Just take it with a grain of salt. If you have any real concerns, I'm not a practicing psychologist, but I could certainly give you some resources. This is a class we don't have to worry about confidentiality really because it's an online class, but you're still going to be doing some perusal annotations, which are articles pertaining to current events in mental health or specific subjects, topics, disorders, and you have to write a critical thinking response to something that's in the article. There'll be instructions in the perusal on how to do that. You highlight what you're going to write about. You can ask questions, you can answer other people's questions, but it has to be something that's in depth, college level writing. Concise and using your critical thinking. And in forums, again, we're going to have a few forms, but they're going to not be about our own personal mental health because of confidentiality. They're going to be more abstract. So, again, I expect college level writing. This is not something just throw down some words and be done with it. Although you can do that, but your grade will reflect that. So, and that's about it. So if you have any questions, let me know. Ready, set, go. All right.